see was off to the right. Last game the big thing about the passing is that guys that you know that you'll be rewarded if you get open in the rotations. That's something to watch.
Meanwhile, here's Charlotte on a 7-0 run to take a 5-point lead. The Bulls yet to score here in the second quarter. Here's White driving. And the shot clock down to 5. Timers is 1. White got it away in time, but it's no good.
Charlotte, their activity defensively, outstanding.
Chicago's missed 6 in a row. No Caruso, no balls. DeRozan really the only playmaker on the floor right now. A foul called here on the reach-in by Thomas. That'll send Richards back to the line.
Now, you've been talking about Richards quite a bit here. If you're watching on TV, the guy's 7 foot. He's not 6'8" or 6'10". He's 7 feet, and if you notice how quick he is, anytime that his man leaves to double team on the rotation, he's right going to the front of the rim.
They're down to 9 or 10 on the roster because of the injuries. Gordon Hayward hurt his ankle the other night. He's out indefinitely, and that's a big loss for Charlotte. A much better team when he's there. Jalen McDaniels missed
16 and almost the same amount of shots.
27 points per game. Bridges lost it, but it was last time. Chicago knocked it out of bounds by the Bulls.
I liked how he's filled out throughout the show.
Here's ball around the screen. Takes the jumper. Way off the mark.
Oh, wow.
Charlotte's missed 6 in a row. Both teams struggling offensively here to start the second quarter. Now DeRozan's got Ish Smith on him, going to try to back him down. Spins. Now he's got Oubre.
Look, this guy could score in Toronto, San Antonio, and he's doing it here with Chicago. You see, the patience when you're double teamed to give 2 fakes, not 1 fake. Don't try to force it, and then once he got that space, he's up and in. And what I love about him is on the baseline, without the vision of the board, right? He is dynamite, and he'll do that reverse spin stuff.
Every Bulls game I've had this year, they called Oubre for the foul, by the way. It looked like it was on Smith. They gave it to Oubre. Billy Donovan raves about the type of leader that DeMar DeRozan is, the type of teammate he is. Such a professional. He's got playoff experience. White with the block. Timers at 2, and now traveling violation with 2.3.
Right now, Charlotte's got to grab a hold of this game. You're going to see it right there. How about that block? Playing him now at 6'5". White is 6'5", and Ball is 6'7". Timed it perfectly. Now the frustration is starting to happen.
The lead by 2. 4 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Charlotte.
Hey, go. He got fouled twice on that play. That play happened early in the first quarter. And he knew that his player was so upset, he went to the referee 3 times on the dead ball.
QB, what's the challenge when you're dealing with a talented player like LaMelo Ball, who's only 20 years old, who's playing more games than he ever has in his life, and is going to go through frustrating moments in a game?
Of course, but then again, see, he's your leading guy. He's your leading guy with the ball, and you could see that he rushed that, but he did get fouled, but then he lost his cool because they went to a timeout situation. So, rather than that, walk out slowly, talk to your player. Keep it quiet, and then don't let him get a technical. You don't want that to happen.
Rozier hit a 3, and then been poked out of bounds by Plumlee, who's back in the game after picking up 2 fouls in the first quarter.
See, the energy from Charlotte, it's always there. They really hustle. They'll hustle for the 48 minutes. The big thing with them is when they get everybody healthy, just like Chicago, they're going to be tough teams to play, and it's not just this year, but in the future.
Will be interesting to see as that is beginning of the year after off-season shoulder surgery. Rozier unable to connect. Here comes White in transition, getting the start at the point with the Sumu out, and Levine to the basket. Now has 15 points. That's his first 2-pointer.
Talk about a quiet 15. Levine's got him. But how about the crossover after the bump?
Now it his 8th season. And it feels like Levine's just getting started. His talent is off the charts. LaMelo Ball missed the floater with the left hand. Here's Levine in the open floor where he is at his most dangerous. But they don't have numbers. White again, that time. He buries it. And the lead is 5 now for Chicago. It's largest of the game.
So you look at White and you say, boy, that guy's taking a lot of shots. Well, he shoots 37% in threes, so he's a lot of confidence.
Turnover. Green fumbles it. It's the block with the throwdown.
I'll tell you, Green has caused, in the last 2 minutes, he's gotten his hand on a dribbler 2 times.
The NBA scores more points in the mid-range game than the Chicago Bulls, almost 20 points per game, and there may not be a better player in mid-range than DeMar DeRozan, UB.
Well, he's doing it again tonight. Very quietly, he's 5 for 7 from the field. He's not made a 3. He's only attempted 1. He usually only attempts 2 a game. Why? Because he shoots for over 50% from the floor, and he gets fouled. He goes to the line, he gives you 87, 88% on the line.
His last 10 games overall, 33 points per game, and to your point on the shooting, just under 60% from the floor. They get a turnover here out of the timeout. White will get it to DeRozan. Bulls are protecting the ball much better here in the second quarter. Just 1 turnover. DeRozan unable to get that one to fall.
See the spin? You're a young player. He's spun out. Why did he spin? He wanted to bank that shot.
Bridges for 3. And Charlotte 3 for 15 from the floor. Order in just 17.
As soon as White he made the pass.
11-0 run. The second 11-0 run by Chicago here in the first half. Got LaMelo Ball on the bench. They're doing a pretty good job on Bridges on the perimeter. Brown with excellent hands, gets the steal, throws it off of Plumlee out of bounds, and then lands on a camera operator. Everybody looks to be okay.
Dave, Rozier's been open at least 2 to 3 times, coming off the dribble from the winger to the top of the circle, and he passes up the shot to make a difficult pass. It's the old story. Stop trying to pass the ball through a keyhole. Just make your play yourself.
He is still the leading scorer tonight for the Hornets with 10. Vucevic on the follow, gets the tip in.
Not only does he come out of that trap with a lefty hook, but he then follows the missed shot.
13-0 Chicago run. Almost 4 minutes for the Hornets without a point. Washington misses a 3 and nobody under the basket except red jerseys.
See, they'll go in at halftime and look at this stretch of ball. No patience here.
And Vucevic missed the layup. He can't believe it. Hornets looking to run. Here's Bridges, who has just 4 points, 1 for 3. But both baskets now have been thunderous slam dunks.
The big thing is finish the quarter strong. Give it all you got here in the last 2.5 minutes.
Ends a drought of 4 minutes and 5 seconds without a field goal. 9-point game. 2.5 remaining. Bridges commits the foul, knocking DeRozan to the ground.
Now, Bridges is complaining. Come on, don't complain over that because you pushed him with your right forearm.
13 foul, first on Miles Bridges.
You just keep an eye on this. Watch the push. There it is right there. See, you can't do that. You say, oh, well, that was only an incidental. Yeah, when you're 6'7", an incidental, pushing down on his hip, you're going to put him down.
And that tells you how strong Bridges is, because DeRozan's a tough dude. He's got such a great base.
That's right.
Hard to get him to the ground. And then DeRozan smokes the net on a 3. So DeRozan with 13 points. Levine has 15, and the lead is 12 now for Chicago. Here's the offense going to come from consistently for the Hornets. Here's Bridges off target on the 3.
See, there were 2 opportunities there that I thought they should have attempted a shot in the paint. You can possibly get fouled in that situation versus kicking it out. You haven't made a 3. It seems like hours, but it's really not.
They're 6 for 18 from 3. Shot clock at 5. Here's DeRozan, another 3. Got that one. Back-to-back threes for DeMar DeRozan. It's a 15-point 13-point game.
We got to stop this game here now because he only attempts two a game, and all of a sudden he's a three-point shooter.
Wonder if he's made 2 in a row at any point this season as Plumlee finally ends the drought, getting the basket in the paint.
I'd like to see them look for Plumlee a little more. I thought they missed him a couple times on rolls. Make Vucevic play him, and more important, spend time rather than double teaming.
Hasn't had many touches. In fact, that was his first basket. And Oubre gets the block on the 3, tried by Green. Bridges looking to run here just outside a minute to go. Bridges out to Rozier. He'll take it this time, but it's too strong. Plumlee waits for it. Now Washington gets it back and then throws it away.
See, now this is DeRozan at his best. Now on the kick out right there to catch and shoot, no problem. Whether it's inside or outside of that wing three-point attempt.
13-point lead for the Bulls, and now a foul is called. They had one to give here in the final 2 minutes.
Now this is DeRozan coming right up into you, surprising the defender, because usually you can lay off of him. But tonight, because he's looking for the 3, you have to pick him up a step above the three-point line. Make him work to get to the mid-range.
Check that it was an offensive foul on Vucevic's second. Here's Rozier. Good hands by White, almost got the steal. Bridges soars to the rim and is fouled. He'll shoot 2. Devontae Green with a second foul.
Now, you and I have seen a lot of basketball games. See, the pressure here has forced Charlotte in the last 7-8 minutes to play helter-skelter. They're not taking their time and reading what the defense of the other team is doing. So consequently, they're shooting, and they're shooting quick. And they're not with their nice flow on their release to the basket. Now, do you say they're not? No, they're working. They're working hard, but they're overworking. Just slow down a little bit here.
Trying to stay within striking distance here and go talk about it at halftime in the locker room. Bridges with both free throws, so it's an 11-point game. Here's White, and DeRozan will settle it down. Again, Bridges charged with having to guard him.
Well, they just showed us a little zone press that time, but it didn't get a turnover.
DeRozan with 5 to shoot, spins, back, fires, over Bridges, it's good. That's 18 for DeRozan.
Dave, it's so beautiful to watch him spin. When he spins, he fades back. Doesn't matter how big you are, the shot is over the top.
His footwork is incredible. Yep. 3 seconds to go in the half. Here's Oubre, step back 3. No good. And Chicago will take a 13-point lead to the locker room. DeMar DeRozan with 11 of his 18 points here in the second quarter. Coming up on the Toyota halftime, countdown to the trade deadline. Will either of these teams be making moves? Greeny, Stephen A., Wilbon, and Jalen will talk about all of the trade possibilities and speculation when we come back with Toyota halftime. Chicago with a 13-point lead at the break.
Jalen, DeMar DeRozan with some smooth moves.
Master of the not-so-lost art of the mid-range. DeMar DeRozan leads the NBA and has expanded his game to the three-point line. Been dominant all year for Wilbon's Bulls.